my darlings, I hope you're doing very, very well. I hope you are sitting comfortably, you are cozy, and you have your snacks and your beverages at the ready. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at tattoo courses. For many, 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 many years, people have been learning to tattoo through tattoo apprenticeships. This is where a tattoo apprentice will learn how to tattoo through a tattoo mentor who is a tattoo artist that has probably been tattooing for a very long time and wants to pass down all of their knowledge onto this tattoo apprentice. Tattoo apprenticeships can take months up to years to complete, depending on how many days a tattoo apprentice can do their apprenticeship or how many days a professional tattoo artist is willing to do the tattoo apprenticeship. Obviously, the majority of tattoo apprentices have jobs on the side, whether that is part-time or full-time to, pay their bills or what have you, because the majority of tattoo apprenticeships are unpaid. Throughout tattoo apprenticeships, tattoo apprentices learn the absolute bare minimum basics before they even pick up a tattoo machine. From learning how to clean a tattoo studio to the most hygienic standards possible, because that of course minimizes the risk of infections and cross-contamination. Then there is setting up the tattoo stations for their tattoo mentors, getting into that routine of making their tattoo stations as clean and efficient as possible, because then of course they can implement that into their tattooing routine when they are a tattoo artist themselves. There's of course health and safety training as well that is incredibly important, along with bloodborne pathogen training, because as a tattoo artist you are dealing with other people's bodily fluids including blood, and you need to know how to work with that as safe as possible to keep you as a tattoo artist safe and your clients safe as well. And there is so much more that a tattoo apprentice has to do before they even think about picking up a tattoo machine. All of this is of course for a very, very good reason. There is a reason why tattoo mentors are very, very thorough with the beginning steps of a tattoo apprenticeship. Good, thorough training equals a good tattoo artist. After a while, a tattoo apprentice will be allowed to tattoo on fake skin, and when the tattoo mentor thinks the apprentice is ready, they'll be allowed to tattoo on real human skin. It sounds so weird saying, fake skin and human skin. It sounds very serial killer-ish, doesn't it? But yeah, when the mentor thinks the apprentice is ready, they'll allow the apprentice to tattoo on real human skin. The tattoo apprentice will tattoo the mentor to start off with, or their own skin. Or if there is any volunteers for the first tattoo, then of course there will be, a random person that will come in, normally a friend or a family member or what have you. But yeah, learning to tattoo through a tattoo apprenticeship is a long process, and one I think that is a good long process. However, there is now a way to learn to tattoo very, very quickly without ever stepping foot inside of a tattoo studio. And very quickly at that, like I was just saying with a tattoo apprenticeship, it can take months or years to complete. But now there are tattoo courses popping up all over the place. Now this is a little bit different to tattoo schools. I did a YouTube video years and years ago about tattoo schools and the fact that there are so many tattoo artists against tattoo schools. But now there's these like tattoo courses popping up and they're a lot shorter than tattoo schools, and it all seems a little bit scammy, very, very scammy to me. So we're going to take a look into all of these tattoo courses. There's an aspiring tattoo artist by the name of Chloe that has been documenting her tattoo course process, to which she spent 5 days learning to tattoo. All right, 5 days. In comparison to the months and years that a tattoo apprentice is learning. Anyway, Chloe's mission is to become a fine line tattoo artist.
Today is day 1 of learning to become a tattoo artist, so come with me. Today I headed up to Manchester to go to the Manchester Tattoo Academy because I'm going to become a fine line tattoo artist. I have never been so excited for an adventure in all of my life. I had a 3-hour session today. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually so much harder than you think.
I'm not sure why Chloe thought being a tattoo artist would be easy, but here we are. There is no way I would go into learning how to do a new skill and think it would be easy. No, especially tattooing. Oh my goodness. So Chloe is doing her tattoo course at the Manchester Tattoo Academy. Let's take a look at their website to see, what they're about, what they offer. So their About Us says, at our purpose-built Manchester Tattoo Academy, we offer an educational facility for companies, groups and individuals who want to learn how to tattoo professionally. We offer the very best tattoo training services in our industry and have been recognized as a lead provider of certified and accredited qualifications. We pride ourselves on a focus on student satisfaction and provision of support right to the point of employment and beyond. Who are we? Our passion for the tattoo industry is evident with an excess of 50 years experience in the field of tattooing and education. By bringing this experience together, we are able to comprehensively educate our students from beginner to advanced level training, tailoring our courses to each individual student's needs. How we do it. We recognize that every student passing through the Tattoo Academy is unique and that the one-size-fits-all approach no longer works in educational settings. Our holistic approach I hate that. Our holistic approach, it's already given scammy, vibes. I don't know, just words like that. Does anyone else get the ick from words like that? It might just be me. Okay, anyway, our holistic approach to course delivery encompasses a variety of teaching methods to adapt to all learning styles. This means that our courses are adapted to our students' needs, which in turn ensures that students have the best learning experiences with us. We use course feedback to make further adaptations to ensure our academy is reaching gold standards in education. Then it goes on to say, expert team, your learning program has been tailored by our field experts. We ensure that all students are coached and supported by the most experienced professionals to supporting your development. Quality guaranteed. You'll find all the support you require to ensure that your course runs smoothly. We are here to help you with any questions and dedicate our resources to ensure you feel fully supported throughout your learning journey with us. And then there's some quotes from people that have taken the courses that says, I looked at other courses, but this one is certainly the best. It brings tattooing to a new level of simplicity. And then someone by the name of Holly said, this is the best tattoo training company I have seen, and I'll definitely choose them again. Highly recommend them. It's how many courses have these people taken to know if they're good or not? Do you know what I mean? Why are we taking extra courses? Is it because the courses are absolutely crap and you need to carry on learning to train? Spoiler alert, yes. I'm sure you all saw that coming, right? Okay, great. So now let's take a look at the courses. We have this one, which is the permanent makeup fine line crossover course. In the product details, it says it is from 10:30 in the morning till 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. And I'd imagine you'd get at least a half an hour break in between that, right? For lunch and just to, take a moment to breathe and have a drink and what have you. So I want to say that this course is probably 6 hours a day, right? It says this is the perfect course for existing permanent makeup artists or tattooists that are seeking to develop skills in fine line dot work and also thicker line work. The course has been developed by our tattoo artist alongside our permanent makeup artist to ensure we are able to deliver the best crossover course on the market to date. This course consists of 5 days of face-to-face training and incorporates everything required to ensure students are ready to incorporate these skills into their portfolio. We cover techniques, needles, stencils, laws, license and depth. Over the duration of the course, we focus on line work, dot work, smaller tattoos, whilst also looking at how we can create more intricate pieces of work. This is an extremely popular course with limited spaces to ensure the very best learning experience. Ask about our monthly payment plans. And you can do all of this for 5 days, 6 hours a day for £999, which I'm just going to say £1,000, right? You're literally £1 under. Okay, you may as well have just charged the £1,000. I know it is it's one of those tactics, isn't it, that you think you're actually saving money because you're not spending the full £1,000 because of the £999. You see this in every store, every clothing brand. So they have another course called the foundation course. It says our foundation course is the perfect starting point for anyone new to tattooing. Our purpose-built training academy is designed to coach, support, teach and develop your understanding of tattooing safely, competently confidently and with confidence. Focusing on developing your skills on practice skin, this course is the first step in your professional journey and creates the strong foundational skills which last a lifetime. Ask about our monthly payment plans. And for this one, it is £1,499. It doesn't say how long this course is. I'm going to assume not that long, to be honest with you, because one of the, higher up courses where you learn a bit more and it's a teeny bit longer is only like 2 weeks. So for this to be a foundation course, I'm going to suspect or assume this is only going to be, a week, maybe a week and a half. Intermediate course. Our intermediate course is perfect for anyone who has already attended our foundation course and is looking to become a self-employed tattoo artist. So you basically have to do 2 courses to become a tattoo artist. Unique to the Tattoo Academy, attending this course in conjunction with the foundation course will award you accredited qualifications which are recognised throughout the world and offers access to live models. Our courses are built around our students' needs and we cater for everyone. Whether you are upskilling for a second career or hope to become a full-time tattoo artist and are learning to develop your skills, we are UK's only provider of accredited, recognised qualifications in tattoo artistry and have the course to support you. And again, for this one, it is £1,499. Doesn't say how long it is, but again, I want to assume it's under 2 weeks. Graduate Employment Scheme. 10:30 to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday for 2 weeks. And that again is a very, very short amount of time. Is that 3.5 hours? Hang on. 3.5 hours for 2 weeks. And this is like the big one, the big course, the big daddy course.
I am your course lady daddy.
Our Graduate Employment Scheme is an intensive 2-week course which comprises of both our foundation and intermediate courses combined into one. There you go. So the other 2 that I just read were for sure 1-week courses each, right? Because now we have the 2 combined together. So it's 2 weeks. And that also means that the other courses that I just read out were only like 3.5 hours each day or something, right? Like, oh God, you cannot learn to tattoo in 3-hour days for 5 days. Like, come off it. Anyway, this covers all aspects of tattooing with the addition of a 1-day business workshop to conclude the 2 weeks of studying. From the onset, students will gain knowledge of all aspects of tattooing to enable them to become a successful tattoo artist. We cover everything from law, licensing, studio environment, in addition to the practical skills needed to become a competent and confident contemporary tattoo artist. On completion of the Graduate Employment Scheme, all students will be officially licensed and registered under the Manchester Tattoo Academy. Students are offered a place to work within the Manchester Tattoo Academy under the guidance of our experienced staff. The cost of this one is £3,499. But if we do quick math, I mean, I'm not the best at math, okay? But the fact that this course is basically the 2 other courses that I just read combined. Why is this more expensive? Because you could just do the foundation course and intermediate course at £1,499 per one, which equals just under £3,000, right? So why are you spending an extra, let's say, £500 for this? Because you're going to be guaranteed a job afterwards? Which seems absolutely ridiculous to me because, spoiler alert, the majority of people that have seen Chloe's content has been like, you're never going to get a job in a tattoo studio if you've done a tattoo course as your training. No decent tattoo studio is going to hire you. So this Manchester Tattoo Academy is basically going to have a bunch of tattoo artists working there. And like, would you want to work in a place where there is just a bunch of tattoo artists there? How they get clients, I don't know. How much space do they have? Like, it all seems a little bit scammy and a little bit like a scheme to me. You can also do a taster day. It says Manchester Tattoo Academy Taster Days. Our free taster days at the Manchester Tattoo Academy allow potential students to experience the tattoo industry before enrolling onto one of our courses. Join us every Sunday for a free tattoo taster day, 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. During the taster day, we will explore the history of tattoo artistry before focusing on health and safety, infection control, and legislation and regulations that govern the tattoo industry. Now, you're going to do all of that within 3 hours. How many tattoo artists that are watching this right now are absolutely rolling, because like, what the fuck? You can't even learn basic health and safety in 3 hours, surely. And like the history of tattoo artistry, come off it. In 3 hours? Do you know how much tattoo history there is? Way more than 3 hours worth, let me tell you. Even if you do it in bullet points. It's such a scam. Students will have the opportunity to see how the tattoo machine works. There's that as well in this 3 hours, okay? And observe the application and development of a tattoo. You're doing all of this in 3 hours. Our day concludes at our day. It's 3 hours. That's not a day. That's not even, you can't call that a day. Our day concludes with students selecting a design, which is then applied with support onto practice skin. Our Tattoo Taster Days provides a real insight into the tattoo industry to enable you to decide if our courses are suited to you. Refreshments are provided throughout the day. So wait, hang on. In this 3 hours, you get to have refreshments. So you're going to stop for a minute, talk and what have you, take a drink, okay? You're going to do a practice tattoo on fake skin. You're going to see how a tattoo machine works. You're going to learn health and safety, infection control, legislations, regulations, and all of that. Okay, oh, and some tattoo history as well within 3 hours. Come off it. You can't learn all of that in 3 hours correctly. It will be such a rush job. They also have franchise opportunities because we need more of this, don't we? We need way more of this. I took a quick look at their Instagram. Their Instagram gave me the ick straight away. So the amount of people they are following is 5,835 people, right? But they only have 1,616 followers. And normally when you see that, it's because these businesses will go ahead and follow people who think they will get a follow back from, or they want the attention of people that they are following. Another thing that gives me an absolute ick, there is absolutely no mention as to who this is run by. There is no mentions of who the tattoo artists are behind this. It's very, very hush hush. They're not very transparent. All they say is the people that are teaching have like 50 years experience between all of them. It could be literally anybody. I don't think it's anyone of a notable name. It's not like a famous tattoo artist or someone that is a big deal within the tattoo industry. The reason why I think that is because, well, from reading the comments about this whole situation of Chloe doing this course, people within the tattoo industry just do not like these things whatsoever. So anyone of, you know, quality within the tattoo industry is not going to be behind this. That's my thoughts and theories. I might be willing to die on this hill. I might be. So anyway, let's go back to Chloe's first day at the Manchester Tattoo Academy.
To start off the day, I was doing squares and like cubes, and oh my gosh, why is it actually so difficult? Especially trying to connect the lines up because it's really hard to see like where the needle's going. But we actually got there in the end and I'm actually quite impressed with myself. I was shown so many different things today and tried out different needles, how to prep the gun.
Girl.
How to prep the gun.
Girl. That tells me absolutely everything I need to know about all of this and how legit it is. Okay, that literally just, that last little bit just told me everything I needed to know. You will not see any tattoo artist of quality in the UK call a tattoo machine a tattoo gun. I know it's sometimes a thing within America because with peace and love, America, okay, you love your guns and your situations, okay? But in the UK, no, it's a machine because it doesn't shoot anything. A tattoo machine doesn't shoot nothing. It's a rotary device. It's the same as a sewing machine. You wouldn't be calling a sewing machine a sewing gun because it's not right, okay? At the end of the day, it's a very, very petty thing for me to always get annoyed at. But like, it's a machine, okay? You shouldn't be doing tattoo training and calling a tattoo machine a tattoo gun, okay? I will die on that hill. That is a hill I am willing to die on. And also the fact that Chloe has gone straight into playing around with tattoo machines on day one is absolutely terrifying to me, okay? Like, she has gone straight on in there. Like I was saying earlier with the tattoo apprenticeship, you have to learn the absolute basics to start off with before you even pick up a tattoo machine, okay? Like, before you even look at one, you have to like pretend they don't exist. And honestly, none of what I'm saying right now is absolutely any hate towards Chloe. I take up all of these issues with the Tattoo Academy. Like I've been saying, I get scammy vibes, grifter vibes, vibes from this tattoo academy, and to be honest, the majority of them. There is more than this Manchester Tattoo Academy. We'll take a look at them in a bit, but there is definitely a vibe of preying on people that want to learn to tattoo, taking their money and basically setting them up for failure.
The 3 hours that I was there today flew by and they were so therapeutic, and I can't believe how much I've learned in a day.
It's the fact that Chloe is doing a Pinterest tattoo straight away. That is a certified Pinterest tattoo. I have seen it tattooed on so many people at this point. I'm sure you've seen it 1,000 times also, right? Now this leads me to ask, does Chloe or anybody else that does these tattoo courses have absolutely any artistic capabilities? Has Chloe or anybody else that does these courses spent the majority of their life drawing and aspiring to be an artist of some sort, whether that is a tattoo artist or a traditional artist? Sure, some may have, without a doubt, but others may not have. And looking through Chloe's Instagram, there is absolutely no inkling that Chloe has ever wanted to be any type of artist ever. There is not one bit of art there from Chloe. And when you come across a Tattoo Apprentice's Instagram page, well, it's full of art. It is absolutely full of art, whether that is on paper, on an iPad, on canvas. The majority, actually not even the majority, all of the Tattoo Apprentices I've ever come across have been drawing tattoo art before they even start an apprenticeship, because you need a portfolio to get a apprenticeship, right? You need to show a potential mentor that you're serious about doing art. But with Chloe, there is absolutely no inkling on her Instagram that she's ever done art ever. Nothing. Zero. Another hill that I am more than willing to die on, and I'm sure a lot of you will rest in peace with me, is the fact that I fully believe you need to be a traditional tattoo artist before you become a tattoo artist. You need to learn how to draw before you become a tattoo artist, because that helps you be a better tattoo artist. I don't care if you want to do basic fine line tattoos, you need to learn how to draw a straight line, or as straight as possible line, with a pencil or a pen or an iPad pen before you even pick up a tattoo machine. You need to build up that muscle memory. You need to be able to do a smooth curved line with your hand before you even pick up a tattoo machine. You shouldn't be picking up a tattoo machine straight away because you just feel like being a tattoo artist, and I will die on that hill. So the fact that there is a lack of interest towards art from Chloe, you know, creating her own art, will basically mean she'll be ripping Pinterest as a tattoo artist. She'll just take images off of Pinterest or wherever, Instagram, from other tattoo artists and artists that have put in all of their hard work into this art. She's going to print it and trace it. Her goal is to be a tattooer, not a tattoo artist. This is something that a decent tattoo mentor would never, ever encourage. They would sit down their apprentices and make sure that they draw a rose from scratch. A decent tattoo mentor wouldn't sit there and be like, oh, find me a rose on Pinterest and yeah, just trace that. That's cool. Whatever, I don't care. Again, this isn't Chloe's fault by any means. I am just trying to highlight how bad these tattoo courses are. From the start, they're encouraging people to rip stuff off of Pinterest. They don't care about Chloe and her hopes and dreams. They just want her money and will teach her the absolute bare minimum to make it feel like it's worth the money she has spent. These tattoo courses have absolutely no care for the tattoo industry whatsoever. Moving on, we're gonna now take a look at Chloe's day 2 of the tattoo course.
Come with me for my second day of training to be a tattoo artist. Let's go.
Today was a super exciting day and I learned so many new things. First off, once I arrived, I put my apron on and my gloves on. I then went on to prepping my work area to make sure everything's kept hygienic. Prepared my pen by popping it in a plastic bag and wrapping it up with the grip so it was nicer to hold onto, if you know what I mean. Then got the coconut oil out so I could have that ready and got my little pot for the ink. Once all of that was prepped, I got my needle of choice, popped that in, then made sure the speed and everything was correct for what I needed to be doing today. So today I was working on dotting and stippling, 2 different methods that are used to shade a design. These methods, I definitely learned that it's kind of a trust the process thing and it will turn out good in the end, if you know what I mean. They were my attempts at the dotting and then I moved on to the stippling. I think I definitely prefer doing the stippling much more than the dotting, but that's just personal preference. Who knows, the more I practice, maybe my opinion will change on which one I prefer. But at the moment it's definitely that one. That's day 2 of my tattoo training done and I'm super excited to see what tomorrow will bring.
So for day 2, Chloe was learning a couple of tattooing techniques with okay-ish results. Definitely not perfect. Definitely not even close to being able to tattoo a human without making a mess. That's for sure. Throughout this day and day one, there were so many red flags. And this is coming from someone that doesn't even tattoo, but I could notice so many mistakes with what Chloe is doing and stuff that she would have learned if she had done a tattoo apprenticeship straight away. Well, not straight away, but very early on. And that is like the cross-contamination hell. There is no signs of Chloe ever changing her gloves. Her sleeves are all up in the tattoo area, which again is a cross-contamination hell zone. And yes, of course, Chloe is only tattooing fake skin, so the fake skin isn't gonna get an infection. But when you're learning to tattoo, you need to drill into your head safe practices from the start. Otherwise, it's gonna be incredibly hard to unlearn those very lazy habits of not rolling up your sleeves, of not changing your gloves. When it comes to tattooing humans, when you're learning to tattoo, you've got to treat everything that you're tattooing like it's a human. So you get into the habit of being a safe tattoo artist. Again, none of this is Chloe's fault. She should have been taught this while learning to tattoo on this fake skin. It's the fault of the teachers. And again, I'm just saying this to highlight that this tattoo course is just a scam. It's so dangerous to allow people to do what Chloe is doing right now and not, rectifying the mistakes that she is making. Why is nobody calling her out for her sleeves being all up in the business? And it just makes you think how many tattoo artists that have become tattoo artists because of these courses are running around tattooing right now, not knowing how to tattoo properly or safely. On day 3, Chloe did more tattooing on fake skin and then used someone's arm to help her learn to tattoo on a curved subject. As we know, tattooing fake skin on a table is nowhere near the same as tattooing someone's body part, especially an arm or a leg that is very, very curved. It can be quite tricky to tattoo that. So I understand the method behind the madness here. It makes sense. Then on day 4, well, it's the exact same thing. Doing the exact same thing on day 4, tattooing fake skin on humans to understand how to tattoo, on curved subjects. And then on day 5, Chloe's last day of this tattoo course, well, you guessed it, she's doing the exact same thing. Learning to tattoo on fake skin, but on someone for a curvature. This to me is so lazy. Like, this is lazy training. There's like 3 days of the exact same thing. As you can see, Chloe didn't even get to tattoo human skin here. Chloe didn't build up much of her portfolio. Chloe really didn't get much of anything from this course by the looks of things. Like, what Chloe learned here, you could learn from a YouTube video. And I don't encourage that, obviously, but there are so many videos out there on YouTube and TikTok teaching people how to tattoo fake skin. Chloe could have easily saved herself a ton of money and have done that herself at home. Bought, a reasonably priced tattoo machine kit from Amazon and the fake skin. She could have just sat at her dining table and done this herself. And of course, Chloe would have had a mentor or teachers telling her what to do and all of that. It's a little bit more hands-on than a YouTube video, of course, and it might have been a little bit safer, but I feel like with YouTube videos, they at least tell you about cross-contamination, right? Like I said, there are some decent YouTube videos out there teaching people how to tattoo, which again is not something I agree with as such, but if someone come to me and said, hey, I want to learn how to tattoo fake skin, I would have been like, yeah, just go to YouTube, save yourself $1,000. Like, why don't go to one of these tattoo courses, Christ. But yeah, what Chloe went through here, to me personally, seems like such a big amount of waste of time and money. Like, for real. Chloe could not walk into a tattoo studio right now and get a job as a tattoo artist. That is for sure. She might be offered an apprenticeship, but she would have to go back to the basics and, unlearn everything she's learned from this tattoo course. Because as we have seen, it is pointless. She didn't learn the basics of cross-contamination, that's for sure. And you need to learn all of that before you pick up a tattoo machine, right? But yeah, this whole series from Chloe basically highlighted how terrible these tattoo courses are. And it's so funny to me that the Manchester Tattoo Academy actually posted one of Chloe's videos. They're like, oh yes, look at this, it's so good for us. And if you have any idea about the tattoo world, you know that this is not a good thing, right? But yeah, if you don't take any interest within the tattoo world or instantly wake up one day and feel like being a tattoo artist, then these types of tattoo courses are a great idea. These tattoo course places bank on those that don't have any clue about the tattoo industry or a minimal clue, or those that want to skip steps and attempt to be a tattoo artist but they may not get very far because they have attended one of these tattoo course places. But if you don't take too much interest within the tattoo world and see Chloe's content, you're going to be like, ooh, yeah, that seems like a good idea. I want to be a tattoo artist and I want to learn quickly. Some of the comments on Chloe's TikToks are quite alarming. There's this one that says, tattooing is dead easy. It's just tracing. I mean, yeah, it is if you get your artwork from freaking Pinterest and don't put any effort into it whatsoever. You've just come up on my FYP. So excited to follow your journey. I'd love to do something like this. I cannot believe how rude everybody is being in the comments. Either way, this is experience and at least good practice for someone with knowledge. She isn't spending your money, so stop crying. Which at the end of the day, that is so freaking true. You know, like, this isn't my money. It's not your money either. You people watching this right now. But I feel like it needs to be known that this whole situation is such a cash grab. It's such a scam to promise that you will be able to tattoo after these courses. And let's face it, Chloe definitely is not ready to tattoo. Would you get tattooed by Chloe? I wouldn't. And I would let any apprentice tattoo me. Like, literally any apprentice. I would let them tattoo me if they've been doing an apprenticeship in a tattoo studio. I would not let anyone that has done one of these tattoo courses tattoo me, okay? Like, no. Check you lot putting this woman down for starting somewhere. We all start somewhere and this is her first step. Yes, but the first step isn't a good one. This is not a good step, okay? Tattooing is and can be deadly. I know that's extreme, but it can be, because if a tattoo artist gives a client an infection that leads to sepsis, sepsis leads to organ failure leads to death. And this obviously is very rare, but it can happen. It needs to be taken seriously. And people doing these tattoo courses clearly don't take it seriously, because again, Chloe's sleeves and non-glove changing, oh god, she could really hurt someone if she implemented that within tattooing. You know, this isn't some kind of pottery class or anything like that, you know, like this could really hurt someone. Laughing my ass off. People acting like someone can't start something from literal scratch and learn. You people are wild for acting this way over someone else's life. But again, literally nobody is upset at the fact that Chloe wants to be a tattoo artist and wants to learn. It's how she's learning. Okay, that's it. That's all it is. But like I was saying earlier, there is a lot of comments from people being like, yo, Chloe, honey, you're not going to get very far by doing this tattoo course. Like, you are not going to get a job as a tattoo artist through this tattoo course. If you're planning on becoming a tattoo artist, this definitely isn't the way. These academies are killing tattooing. My love, please do an apprenticeship at a studio. A course will not be as informative or involved as what a studio apprenticeship will provide. Someone who's apprenticed for 1.5 years and tattooed for 6 years. Tattoo artists here, please don't go to these academies. Studios will not care if you've completed one of these courses. Learn to draw a solid portfolio before learning to tattoo, which I of course highly agree with. None of this Pinterest ripping bullshit. Hey queen, as a tattoo artist, this is super looked down on in the industry and considered a scam. If anything, this will make it harder for you to be hired by a renowned studio. Supporting tattoo schools is so bad. Please do your research on them. I don't blame you for wanting to get into the industry, but tattoo schools are not the way to go. They're a complete scam. You can't learn to tattoo from a 5-day course. You need an apprenticeship. Now, again, this person did say tattoo school. I personally see a difference between a tattoo school and a tattoo academy. Like a tattoo school, they're normally a lot longer. I think the courses in tattoo schools are a little bit longer, like 3 months, which still is kind of short in the grand scheme of things compared to that other person that just said their apprenticeship was 1.5 years long. But yeah, these tattoo academies, these tattoo courses are even worse than tattoo schools, in my opinion. You're so much better off taking bloodborne pathogen courses, infection control courses, learning drawing basics, etc., and getting a tattoo apprenticeship. Otherwise, this will teach you so much that an actual mentor will need to undo, which is so much harder than learning it the right way the first time. Amen. I agree with this so much. I didn't tattoo anything until 6 months into my apprenticeship, as there's so much to learn before even picking up a machine, like I was saying earlier. Can't name one studio that would hire an apprentice because they attended a tattoo academy. Unfortunately, such a waste of money. Hope you get into the industry though. Good luck. You're shooting yourself yourself in the foot before you've even begun. These academies make you unemployable. The only way to become a tattoo artist is to do an apprenticeship with a reputable artist, which again, I agree. And like I was saying earlier, the Manchester Tattoo Academy isn't the only one. There are many, many others throughout the UK, way more than I thought. I didn't realise there were so many until I was doing research for this video. I was just like, oh my gosh. And some of the prices of these are insane. So we got this one called the Tattoo Academy, and as soon as you go on the website, this pops up, and this has been here for a couple of days, by the way. Okay, like I'm recording this on the 6th of May. It literally says here that this offer is on until the 30th of May. Why is it still here? I guess it's here for an incentive. You might be like, oh, hang on a second. Is this offer still on? Should I book now and see if it's still on? It's all about money with these, I'm telling you. So this one here says it's the #1 academy in the UK and Europe. And let's look at their courses. So here is their tattoo training course. But this one is 2 weeks. In week 1, you learn tattoo hygiene, tattoo machines, needles, tubes and tips, skin preparation, the tattoo procedure, consent forms and aftercare, infections, causes and spreading, licensing and registration, health and safety, control of substance hazardous to health, biohazardous waste, cross-contamination, decontamination, sterilization, theory quiz. All of that in 1 week. And then week 2 is drawing tasks, creating a design to tattoo, allocating the design to the desired area of the body or placing designs on the area of the body that works best with the tattoo, stencil prep on fake skin, tattooing practice skin, machine setup, lining and shading techniques, inks and pigments, solutions, creams and supplies, preparing live model for tattooing, practical test, tattooing a live model, friend, relative, student, yourself. All again within like another week. All of that, like it's in like you cannot learn all of this in 2 weeks, and the price of all of this is £1,899. And this one is more of a class situation, as you can see here. So this isn't a one-on-one situation. This is actually more of what I would call a tattoo school, but it's only a 2-week course. I mean, insane. Oh, here we go. I've just come across another one that has the exact same thing. This is the Tattoo Piercing Academy, and it's got the same thing. The same sort of, you can save money if you book before, you know, the 30th of April, and it's now the 6th of May. It's still there to like kind of encourage you and make you feel like you're getting a good deal, and you might be able to get this 35% off. Absolute scam. So they do a tattoo course. Oh wait, hang on a second. Is this the same? No, this is different. I don't know if this is done in the Tattoo Academy place, but this is more expensive than the other ones I've read, I think. Oh, you have to put down a £300 deposit for this one as well. Oh my days. So this is a 10-day tattoo course in Manchester, broken up into 2 weeks, Monday to Friday, 10 AM to 5 PM. You get a certificate out of it that I don't think any tattoo studio will ever take seriously. So week 1 is theory. Again, learning all of this in 1 week. Would it be possible? Well, yeah, it must be because they offer it, but to learn it thoroughly and really take it in and not overwhelm yourself, come off it. No way. You basically learn to tattoo in 1 week. Insane. Is it the same in London? I wonder if it's more expensive in London, actually. Stuff normally is. Oh, no, it's not. It's the same. But look, this offer is still on. Oh, my gosh. This course is normally £2,799. But because you got the April offer, even though it's now May, it's £1,599. Oh, look, again, as soon as you go on these websites, they're offering you money off. 10% off tattoo workshops. This one is the Monumental Tattoo Academy. The Tattoo Taster. So you have to pay £247 for like a taster day. Tattoo training intensive course for 3 days. 3 days! £1,295. And then you got a fine line training intensive course. Again, if you're already a tattoo artist, I can see the benefits with this, sure. But just learning to tattoo as a beginner, no experience, maybe you only walked into a tattoo studio 3 times in your life yourself. You have to be joking. Learning to tattoo in 3 days. Who is it for? Beginners and apprentices. So this isn't for, you know, existing tattoo artists. This is for, you know, someone like me, okay? I would never do this, let's be serious. But within 3 days, you get to learn full health and safety training, the tattooing process, tattoo designs and stencil preparation, tattoo theory, tattoo products and supplies, how to prepare clients, all tattooing techniques such as lining, shading, blending, packing, texture, dot work, all of this in 3 days. There is no way. And what are the hours? Day 1 starts at 10 a.m. to 5:30. Again, there'll be a break in there. So that's what, like a 7-hour day. Day 2 is 9 a.m. till 5:30, and then day 3 is 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Even if these days were 12 hours long, you still aren't going to learn all of this thoroughly and, you know, enough to become an actual tattoo artist. These are selling out as well. Oh my gosh. We have this. It's the Works Training Academy. So I don't even think this isn't even a dedicated tattoo situation. This is more for like permanent makeup and everything. Now that's another video I'd actually like to do if you're interested. A lot of traditional tattoo artists that learn, you know, to tattoo through the apprenticeships are getting very, very aggy, understandably, at the fact that these permanent makeup artists are now becoming tattoo artists. They're basically just picking up tattoo machines, regular tattoo ink, and becoming tattoo artists because they've done training to do permanent makeup, which is obviously completely different to regular tattooing, and that's definitely a like topic I would love to delve into. But yeah, this seems like one of the places where you kind of do that, like you learn to be a tattoo artist if you're already a permanent makeup artist. Where is the courses? Beginner's Fine Line Tattoo course, £500. Oh no, wait, hang on a second, it's gone up. It's £1,600. Oh, you get a kit with it as well. At least that's something. You get something out of it. Your course will be a 2-day course. Oh my god. You get a kit as well that has a machine, thermal printer, needles, inks, disposables worth over £400. That's all from Amazon. Because all of this, if you got decent tattoo equipment, would not be £400. No way, it'd be way more expensive than that. The audacity. What is this? What have you got on your head? Piercing Academy, Tattoo Academy, additional courses, workplace rental. Let's see what the Tattoo Academy is saying. Oh my days. 8 classes. 8 classes from £1,200. God, what is this about? Oh god, you can do online courses with this one as well. Instant access for beginners. 2 weeks intense training course. My 2-week course runs from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and covers everything I've learned as a self-taught art. Oh my god! This person hasn't even been through an apprenticeship themselves. No, this is a recipe for disaster, because if this person is self-taught, obviously there are many decent, wonderful self-taught tattoo artists out there. I will never deny that, all right? I'm not stupid. But for the most part, the majority of those ended up learning to do things the right way anyway, because they ended up working in a tattoo studio and the people around them have been like, yo, you need to do this, and this, and they've learned along the way the proper ways of doing it. But if this person has never worked in a tattoo studio or whatever, and now they're teaching, oh my god, whether you're new to tattooing or looking to improve, I'll teach you all my techniques that you learned from YouTube. And you're charging people for this. Save you years of trial and error. But that's the thing with tattoo apprenticeships, you are taught the right way for the most part. Again, there are of course some bad apprenticeship situations out there. Again, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't. With a tattoo apprenticeship, at least they'll probably teach you that you shouldn't have your sleeves all up in the area that you're tattooing, and you should change your gloves, right? At least, bare minimum. I also cover essential business aspects like marketing, licensing, and branding. You'll get your hands-on experience tattooing practice skins daily and watch live demonstrations of me completing large pieces. This watch and learn approach is a key to your quick development. Some students may even be offered full-time positions in my shops. God. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be so many tattoo artists running around that are clueless. I want to see how much this is. Oh my god. Nearly 3k. 3k for 2 weeks. I just went onto this guy's Instagram. I'm sorry. Do you want to learn from someone like this? Oh god. It's given pyramid scheme. It's given, I can change your life. You know those random TikToks that like come up on your For You page randomly and they're like, I've made 5K in 1 month doing this online. And anyone that's desperate for money kind of falls for it because of course hard times, they want money. They want to know how to make 5K in a month and it's honestly just incredibly impossible. Only a few have managed to do it or what have you. But these people like sell you a pipeline dream of you can do this too. He gives that vibes. He is giving that like scammy, I can help you change your life vibe, you know? Okay, I'm done. I can't believe this. Like this type of scamminess is infiltrating the tattoo industry like this. Like what are we doing? This whole tattoo course situation and learning to tattoo quick and being put into random tattoo studios is adding on to a big problem that the tattoo industry is having right now. I've spoken about this a few times throughout my videos as of late, and it's the whole like tattoo recession. Over the past like 7 years or so, there has been a huge tattoo boom. I've been making tattoo related content for nearly 10 years at this point, and I have for sure noticed a huge increase of people getting tattooed and the amount of people becoming tattoo artists because there is a demand and people see tattoo artists having a good time on social media creating tattoos and they think it's easy. Just like Chloe said in her TikTok, she thought it might be a bit easy to become a tattoo artist, but it's not. That being said though, with increase comes decrease. We're now seeing a trend of people saying that they regret their tattoos, lasering off their tattoos, saying that, you know, their tattoos don't fit their aesthetic anymore and that they regret their tattoos and it's the worst decision they've ever made, and people are starting to not get tattooed as much. This may also boil down to the fact that everything is so incredibly expensive at the moment. People don't have fun money for stuff like tattoos because tattoos are a luxury item to the majority of the world, and the majority of the world kind of make up tattoo clients, right? The ones that are your everyday people that work 9 to 5, they are the majority of the tattoo clients, right? So tattoo artists are starting to struggle, not getting as many clients as normal. And of course there are way more tattoo artists now and just not enough clients to go around, right? And now with these tattoo courses, there are way more tattoo artists than ever, and the tattoo industry is becoming incredibly oversaturated, which is not a good thing. Of course, us as clients have way more choice now, but there's only so many tattoos one person can have, you know? Like there comes a point where someone gets filled up with tattoos and they don't get any more tattoos, or they get bored of having tattoos. But by the looks of things, these tattoo courses really do set up the majority for fail, especially people like Chloe. The only way that she will be able to get a job as a tattoo artist right now is to open up her own studio, which is absolutely terrifying if she was to do that. I don't want to knock her. Again, it's not her fault, it's the way she's been taught. But could you imagine going to a tattoo artist that isn't aware of cross-contamination? It's basically a recipe for disaster, right? But that also makes you think, oh my gosh, like how many of these private tattoo studios that have been popping up lately or over the past few years are there because these tattoo artists have done these tattoo courses? Yikes, you know? It's just like, oh. In my opinion, the tattoo industry does not need tattoo artists that have only learnt to tattoo in 5 days popping up all over the place and taking clients from those that have learnt the traditional way through apprenticeships and, you know, put all of their hard work and effort into their apprenticeships and becoming the best tattoo artists they most possibly can. Like these tattoo courses and the artists that come out of them, like a comment I read earlier, it's kind of ruining the tattoo industry, right? Like, I feel like I'm not going to be alone when I say that. I feel like a few people will agree with me on this. And the tattoo industry also does not need scam artists creating these tattoo courses. The whole over-promising that you can be a tattoo artist in 5 days to gullible people that don't know much about the tattoo industry is actually disgusting. Charging people £1,000 for the absolute bare minimum is just atrocious. Like, how do you sleep at night? It's disgraceful. Like, this isn't what the tattoo industry is about, making a quick buck like this off of people that don't know any better. And sure, these people could probably look into it more themselves, but coming across a tattoo apprenticeship is kind of hard. And these tattoo academies, tattoo courses, whatever you want to call them, prey on that. They're banking on those that have tried to get an apprenticeship to come in and be like, oh, I've tried getting an apprenticeship, it's been really hard. So hey, just take my money, I'll learn the bare minimum and be hopeful for a week that I will be a tattoo artist next month. And it's not going to work like that. And it's so incredibly sad that these people are having their hopes and dreams crushed and they're losing out on money as well. Like, oh. So yeah, if you're watching this and you want to be a tattoo artist, I know there's a few of you out there that I always see comments like, oh, I can't wait to do my apprenticeship, or I'm looking for an apprenticeship. Please don't fall for these tattoo courses. Please, like, it's not worth it. Just put all your free time and effort into learning to draw, building up a portfolio, and stomping the ground, okay? Visit every single tattoo studio that you can travel to and ask if they have an apprenticeship. Show that you're eager, and hopefully eventually you will get there. Do not do these tattoo courses because you are setting yourself up for failure. Anyway, my darlings, I would absolutely love to know your thoughts and opinions on all of this. How do you feel about tattoo courses? If you're a tattoo artist watching this, let me know how you feel about these tattoo courses. I'm very much looking forward to reading the comment section of this video. I feel like it's gonna be a good one. Anyway, my darlings, that is it for today's video. I just want to say thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for a while, and until my next one, bye.